Hello everyone and welcome back to the unemployment journey, where we will be traveling across Europe's major leagues and trying to win as many trophies as possible. Now, first things first, we got our youth intake for the year, and I've signed three actually really high potential youngsters here, and we'll go through them pretty quickly. It's a attacking left winger, Antonis Soteriopoulos, who's somehow Dutch, even though he sounds very Greek. He doesn't look the best prospect, but obviously at this level, they're not going to be absolute world-class players at 4.5-star potential ability. But, you know, give him a couple of years, he could be fairly useful in and around the squads. High determination, high bravery, not the quickest for a winger or the most technical, but, you know, it's another option on the budget that we don't have. He can do a job at some point, but these two here, they look like they could do something in the future. Pepin Klingen, he's a much more well-rounded, more traditional looking winger, slightly quicker, high determination there at 18, decent crossing and dribbling for, you know, a 16-year-old coming into the game. And yeah, I like the look of him. He's got a driven personality, so hopefully he can develop really, really well. And then Job Hugendorp. Again, he's a goalkeeper. Obviously, looking at this, he doesn't look too great there, but some decent stats there for a goalkeeper. His handling's 13, his decisions are 14, concentration 13. So some of the key attributes you want in a goalkeeper, but, you know, again, it's going to be a long time for him to be able to challenge for a first team spot, but it's another option that we have. And let's take a look at what's happened since that final game there, and well, not even final, it's that Utrecht game that we played there. It's a 1-1 that we played with them, and then after that we won 3-2 against Den Haag. We went 2-0 up. They pulled one back. We went ahead again. Bruno Costa's been on amazing form so far, and then they got a goal right at the very end, but we managed to hang on for the win, and then we drew the first game against Feyenoord, which means we are 5 points clear in that 4th spot there, with only a few games to go of the season. But we do have another tough game against Feyenoord, and this time it's away, so they'll be taking the game to us. Utrecht play at the same time against Heerenveen, and then PSC as well take on AZ, and they are the two of the 3 teams that are trying to chase us. But I think if we can get a decent result today, we should be able to hang on to that 4th spot. Our fixtures do look relatively okay, except for that PSV game right at the end. We should be winning at least 2 of these 3 games here, so that should be enough for us to secure that 4th spot. Now, the team that we're going in for this game, we've got Kirschborn back in goal after his minor injury, Decker at right back, Ramon at left back, Schaefer, Berdito in the middle, with Post ahead of them. Neudecker, Rainier comes in for Miljevic. He's just a much better option than Miljevic, much more well-rounded, and is finally getting to, you know, match fitness. So he needs to be coming in at this point of the season. Bruno Costa on the right, but Miljevic moves out onto the left. Roma picked up a small knock. He's coming back to full fitness, but using this little system here, it does work quite well, especially with Pedro Henrique up front, who did finally manage to, well, get an assist. Still hasn't scored for a while, but, you know, 10 goals in 28 games. This level, not too bad, but it is an area that is starting to concern me. But we will go into this game. Now, in the first game that we played against Feyenoord, we did struggle quite a lot with their kind of direct football. We did keep possession quite well, but yeah, we did ride our luck a little bit in part on that game, and hopefully the same doesn't happen this time at their ground. Hopefully we can kind of take the game to them instead. They look like they're in a fairly defensive formation today, so let's find out what happens as Miljevic tries to play through Pedro Henrique, but it just doesn't come through for him. Right, and in the opening sort of 5 minutes, it does look like they're keeping the ball much better than we are, but Burdisso clears the corner, and Bergwij's effort is tipped behind by Kirschbaum for another corner to Feyenoord. Haps swings that in and Schaefer clears that out. Jorgensen picks that up now. And that's a foul given away by Danny Post on Jorgensen. And it seems a bit far out for an actual effort here. But his free kick has hit the wall. Post intercepts the ball. And Decker manages to clear that out. Neudecker now down the left wing. What can he do from here? He's lost that to Fer, and that's the end of the highlight there. Right, looks like they are trying to take the game to us. Right, we'll go cautious a little bit here, just so that we can just sit back a little bit and just play a little bit safe. Told them to get creative, so keep safe, but keep it creative. Keep the ball moving. Hopefully, get some foothold of the ball as Jorgensen's header goes over the bar. Now, after 25 minutes, I've had 7 shots already, and that's very, very discouraging. But Miljevic does have a free kick, and the ball's gone in. Neudecker with the assist, Bruno Costa with the goal. I don't know what's happened in the mouth of that goal. Completely against the run of play that. Bruno Costa scored, and let's take a look at that. Miljevic swings the ball in, Post's header hits the post, and then there's a scramble there. I don't know. I don't even know if that did come off Bruno Costa, but we'll take the goal. Apparently, it wasn't even a shot, so we've scored, and we haven't even had a shot on target yet. Let's just go with it. Sure. As the end, I say the end of the first half, they've taken a goal kick. Toornstra picks it out. It's cleared out there, and Vermeer picks up the ball. Plays it to Van Beek. Karsdorp now to Toornstra. Back to Karsdorp on Feyenoord's right hand side. And what can they do here? Toornstra's picked up the ball again. Back to Tapia. Fer and Tapia exchange some passes there. And we are closing the ball down quite well. Van Beek puts that forward over to Karsdorp. Back to Toornstra. And Jorgensen nods that one back to Tapia. Back to Karsdorp again. They are finding space down those wings, and Bergwij's header is straight at Kirschbaum. I'm hoping that we can just hang on until half time. But Jorgensen's picked up the ball now. Bergwij, and his effort has gone wide. They're looking fired up, but they look a bit tired. So hopefully, that can affect them later on into the game. We just need to be a little bit more solid. Post's ball isn't the best. It's picked out, and now Feyenoord have a chance to attack late on in the first half. Jorgensen's picked that one back up. He's played that back to Haps. Back into the centre to Tapia. Now Fer pings the ball over to Karsdorp, pulls it back to Toornstra, and the shot is blocked and then cleared by Miljevic. But they're on the attack yet again. Ball comes over to Haps, and Decker picks that one up, but it's lost at the ball. Xerxes now to Bergwij, and Kirschbaum with another save. Right, and that's the end of the first half, and we are 1-0 up. But we just need to tell them to keep going. Try and see what we need to do. Right, we'll just be a little bit more disciplined. We will counter. I'll distribute to the fullbacks. We just need to hang on here. We've got the leads. We look relatively solid. The chances that they're having are not clear cut. They're not half chances. We're restricting them very well, but Rainier pings a great ball out to Pedro Henrique, but his effort is blocked there. We just need to keep pushing, keep frustrating them, and sooner or later we should be able to either sneak in a second goal or just keep the result as it is, as they're finding no room as Miljevic runs forward, plays back to Rainier, plays it to Bruno Costa, who runs inside, out to Rainier again, and he swings the ball out to Miljevic on that left wing, and Karsdorp with the tackle, but Miljevic still has the ball, plays it back to Neudecker, and Miljevic has it back now, and his shot is blocked by Van Beek, and they've cleared it out for a throw-in. Right, they've got a corner now on the 51st minute. Haps swings it in. It's cleared out by Miljevic. Larsson does pick that up for Feyenoord though. Plays it inside to Tapia. Now Van Beek. Over to Haps on the left wing. Now Xerxes and Kirschbaum with another save. Again, tight angles. They're not getting clear chances on goal, and we need to keep it that way. Haps swings that in. Post clears that one out, but Bergoui picks it up. Over to Haps again, and he was offside, and we survive. Right. Miljevic isn't playing that well, so after this highlight I am going to take him off. Larsson with a free kick, and it's cleared out by Berdiso, but he picks it up, plays it inside to Larsson, Jorgensen, Bergoui, and he's found the net this time. It was a half chance. We're going to make that change now. I'm going to stick Roma on, and Costa can move over to that left wing. A bit more natural positions for them. As we see the highlight again, Larsson, Jorgensen, and we're unlucky there. The deflection fell nicely to him, and he poked that into the bottom corner. But they're on the attack now. Tapia over to Jorgensen, and that's straight at Kirschbaum. Right, let's tell them that we demand some more, and a lot of them look focused now, and let's see if that makes a difference. We're 65 minutes in. Bergoui has the ball for them, back to Karsdorp, plays it inside to Tapia, and now Larsson on the ball. Bergoui has it now, the goal scorer, but his effort is straight at Kirschbaum. Right, they're looking focused still. Right, we're 72 minutes in. Do I go for the winner? Let's see how this highlight goes, and then we'll figure something out. Either to keep the game as it is in a draw. Liam Kelly, his effort goes over the bar. Right, let's make some changes. We're 15 minutes from the end now, and Pedro Henrique hasn't played well, so we're going to take him off for Haji Wright, and then get a little bit more energy in midfield, or even just keep it a bit more solid. We can put in either Van Ooyen, Sidibe, give him Matlis for a debut. He's a tough tackling midfielder. Let's put Matlis on for Rainier, and then he can just sit there. Actually, if I do something like this, with Neudecker in there as an advanced playmaker, but Matlis can come in there just as an anchor man. And we've got two ball winners in there. Actually, yeah, let's keep it like that. Anchor man, ball winner, and an advanced playmaker with those three heads. And that should be enough for us to secure the draw, which would keep us 3 points ahead of Utrecht. They've got a slightly better goal difference, but with only a few games left of the season, I think we should be able to hang on for that. We've got 5 or 6 minutes left, but they have another corner. They've had a lot of corners this game, 10 corners so far, and Kelly swings it in. Van Beek's header goes over. I'm tempted to just go for this, but I'd rather just the point. Kelly has it now, plays it back to Van Beek. And his ball out to Karsdorp is found. Back to Van Beek again. Kelly now plays it over to Haps. And Xerxes' header goes over. Right, we've got a free kick here. What can we do with this? It's Danny Post on the ball. He's pulled us out before. Can he do it again? His free kick is blocked, and we have a corner. Right, we need something here from Neudecker. He swings the ball in, and it's cleared out. Danny Post picks it up though, and it's tackled by Karsdorp, but he's still got the ball. Neudecker plays it over to Matlis. Into Danny Post now. Back to Matlis. Now what can we do? We're not going anywhere here. The ball is wild. Bruno Costa picks it up. Plays it into Neudecker. Into Post. Back to Matlis. And wide again. We need to do something with this. And that's a goal kick. Alright, we've gone past the 94th minute. Karsdorp now, one final chance for them. Bergwijn, and he's missed. I thought that was going to be in. Right, that's the last kick of the game as well. They should have scored that one, but we managed the point. Everyone thought we'd get beaten, but we didn't. Alright, so what does this mean? Utrecht have beaten Heerenveen. AZ have drawn against PEC Zwolle, which means I think they've got to be out of the race now. They have to be out of the race, and it's just going to be between us and Utrecht, and I think it's going to be very tight looking at the last games. So who have they got to play? Where's their schedule? Right, they have left of the season 2 big games against Feyenoord and Vitesse. We have a couple of tough games in there. We've got PSV and Heerenveen in there, but if we can get maximum points out of these 2 games, that'll be it. So what I'll do is, if we come back for the Heerenveen game and see if that is enough to secure us that 4th spot. If not, we'll then come back after that for the last game of the season for PSV. So the next game, Heerenveen, and then after that, Eindhoven. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for future episodes. I'll see you next episode. Thank you.